Wow, that's a good one.
Brian's Mobile One.
I'm in a 2012 Honda Odyssey, and this minivan has a DVD player, and something is stuck in the DVD player. Anyway, you put that in, and you get a little noise, and it doesn't play. But at least the mechanics of it are working. I think we'll be able to save this one. When the kids were asked what's in it, they said quarters or pennies. So anyway, we're going to take this apart. I'll show you how to do that and hopefully get this thing working again. It all depends on how hard things were shoved in and how many of them. You're going to need a body panel knife. I like a JST screwdriver. It's not a normal Phillips. It's a little bit more stout at the end. It's not as pointy as, say, a number 2 that you're used to. First thing we do is we'll pop this off and then just walk around. When you're doing something like this, you got to have some finesse. You got to be really patient and just take your time so that you don't break stuff, basically. So we're just going to take these off and set them aside. You can see this is the radio head unit. Be sure to get the code for your radio. They don't like it when you take them out. When you pull the glove box out, you open it, pull the sides down, grab one corner and just kind of lift up. Go to the other corner, lift up again. And you're good. There's a power assist device on this side. If you just push down on the lever, that comes undone. And then on the back side, there's a little power plug for USB. With the glove box out, it's easier to grab underneath it here and just pull straight back. The direction is this way. Just get it to pop up and out. Do a little pop in here. See all of these tabs on the back side? Honda uses really good quality tabs. You usually don't have to worry about it. From here you can see that there's fasteners at the base here. Alright, set the emergency brake. Key on, brake, get down. Do set the e-brake. Don't put your car in neutral and roll into the door or something. This bezel here is in the way also. You can always pull test or wiggle test, flex test, however you want to call it. So when you pull the HVAC thing out, get this guy out of there. This one comes out the same way. You just kind of pull on it until it pops. Be careful, I'm sure this is expensive. It would look terrible with like epoxy across the front of it. But you push down on this and pull at that at the same time. Try to demonstrate that the best that I can. I don't know how a person would expect to do this without a body panel knife though. You get these things to pop and push them from the back side. Yeah, pushing from the back side is the ticket. So anyway, that's out of the way. Now can I have the radio? Please. There's just 3 plugs in the back. So the radio holds a couple of panels on. One is this one down here. It's a lot more work to pull this off than it's worth. What you can do is grab this, push back on the radio. If you push here and push here, it'll pop those tabs. So you just kind of like lift and push like this. Just give it a little wiggle. If you work at it, you'll get it. And we're pretty much home free. We've got the unit just about out. We'll have some connectors to deal with on the back side here. So the first one to unplug is this one here. That's the easiest one because you got access to the push button on the back. Once you do that one, you can pull the one on the side. It's just a squeeze button like that. Once these are out of the way, it's easier to get to this guy. Push button on this one is just right here. Push that down. Might be one to do last, I don't know. And then the rest, you got this guy. Button's right, easy to see. Again, another one that's easy. It's not that hard if you have 2 hands, but if one hand is with the camera, it's a little harder. You're welcome. This one you have to push that middle plug toward the plug, and then you should be able to rock it up. As you rock it up, it'll expel it. So on a head unit like this, more than anything, I just want to get the front of it off. So you've got all the metal box, that's where the business is. And then you've got all of these things on the front. So it looks like it's going to be these screws here. And I've got a whole family of JST screwdrivers, which is helpful. So I'm just going to start pulling these off. Should be 4 screws to begin with. Make sure you got a clean work area so you don't lose these teeny little things. If you have a magnet handy, that's a good thing too. Bonus points for that. How to design these like a little more child-proof where you can just push the eject coins button. Just have it spit out. What do you guys think? Comment below. So they were quoted about $600 to replace this. Somebody else said, well, let's just put a separate unit in it. Let's say if you take the coins out, they actually aren't too bad. Bear in mind, this one's in the bottom. Nice if you just shake it out, huh? In case you haven't noticed, these aren't really designed to be serviced. It doesn't mean that they can't be. You can see that little clip down in here. So there are little clips like this that you gotta unbuckle all the way around. So if you get it, you should see a silver tab like right there. I just have a broken off Q-tip in each of the 4 positions except that one, because I can't fit it in, but it's staying open, so whatever. I have not done this particular radio before. I've done a lot of other ones, so if yours is a little bit different, don't give up by any means. There you go. That'll allow that to move over a little. And that was needed. There we go. Cool. So we probably have some wires connecting these two together, so be cautious as you pull it apart. There you go. There you go. Okay, so this was rattling around a lot. We've got the little felt things out of the way. I wish I could hear the rattling I heard before. So if you can isolate them and get them to drop out here, that's awesome. There, it's rattling. So I've depressed the thing. Let's see if we can just dump it out. Wow, that's a good one. We might just be done. Let me demonstrate for you what I did there. So I just took this, depressed it like that, and that was it. I think it's just that one coin. What I can do is throw this back on, attempt to play it, and if it plays, go ahead and assemble the rest. But apparently the back I didn't have to do anything with. See if there's anything in this one. There's no more jingling. I think we're good. I think it was just that $50. If you want, you can actually smush those down with pliers and make them a little easier for testing. Funny, radios are made of all shapes and sizes, all different prices, but they're all made out of this same kind of metal, it seems like. Same principles apply. So most auto repair stuff, I can hide my tracks, like have everything be more or less factory enough to where you can't even tell I was there. Radios, not always so much. It's all a matter of what tools you have. Well, let's try it out, see if it works. So it may not be a big surprise, but when you put this in, it goes in and out fine, but then there's the code. Alright, so we got it up and going. I got the code. The code for this one is actually 5 digits. So you do 1 digit, 2 digit, and it goes C-O-D-E, and then the 5th digit is like an enter button. So anyway, when you're trying to get the code from the dealership, you may need the serial number from the unit. The serial number is on the back side here. So like the serial number and the VIN, and then you should be good to go. So the rest of this pretty much snaps back together. To put it in, you just gotta line everything up. Make sure you're in the slots, make sure you're hitting in the right direction. And you just bop it. When it sounds firm and solid, you're done. Don't forget to push the ones back into the front of the radio, and bam, that should save you $600, $1,200, $1,800. You never know what you're going to get charged for pennies in a radio. You can do it yourself for the cost of a few tools. I mean, even if you bought a fancy impact like that, there's an excuse for you fellas. It'd still be cheaper than taking it in. And the chance of you having success are pretty good as long as the kids didn't stuff and force them in. If they just put them in easy, you should be fine.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to click like and subscribe. Bonus footage at the end.